All right, boys, we are back making some more NHL videos. NHL 26 has arrived. We are ready to grind. We are ready to get into some franchise mode. We are ready to get Kraken, if you know what I mean. Okay, so we're going to be doing the Seattle Kraken. First, we're just going to go over a couple things, what I did. So I just did this literally like 20 minutes ago, maybe. So I downloaded the September 3rd roster. That's fine. The earliest roster update. I'm not going to go crazy on things there. So I got Puckpedia pulled up, so I'm just going to tell you guys what I have changed so you guys know what's going on. Because a couple transactions has happened since that roster update dropped. First was actually a trade involving Seattle. We traded away Tucker Robertson to the Philadelphia Flyers for J.R. Avon. So Avon is on our team. Robertson is with Philly. I then did the Carey Price trade to San Jose. That trade's all good. Draft picks 2. And we also did 2, what's it called? RFA signings. Donovan Sabrango on the Ottawa Senators and Connor Zary for the Calgary Flames. So that's what I've touched. Obviously, other than Seattle, I'm just going to show you guys quick what I have touched on Seattle itself. So let me just pull up Seattle on my computer just so I can reference back to what I did. I'm using Puckpedia. If you don't know what Puckpedia is, it's great. It's amazing. Every hockey fan should have this bookmarked on their phone, to be honest, or laptop, for all their roster needs and whatever. It's very, very good. I highly recommend Puckpedia. I use it for everything. It's outstanding, amazing. So I didn't really have to touch Seattle whatsoever, to be honest. I called up Yanni Nyman just to get the roster accurate as possible. I didn't touch the D. I actually did touch Matt Murray was in the NHL. I sent him down because on Puckpedia he's in the AHL. We'll look at that. I did have to screw with Coachella Valley a bit. Okay, so just looking at Puckpedia, obviously the season hasn't started, so the 2023 draft picks for the Seattle Kraken are going to be in the AHL this year. Most likely. Oscar Fisker-Molgaard, I'm assuming he will be. He was drafted in 2023, signed last year, but he slid a year. Went back to Europe this past year, but he still has his 3 years. So he should be with Coachella Valley this year. So I added some players. Rekoff we added. Goyette was already here. Frisker Molgaard, like I said. I think that was it for the forwards. Yeah, see, there's Avon, who they just traded for. There's one forward I could not find in the game. He could be missing because NHL is weird. Andre Loshko. So hopefully when I start up the mode, Loshko has just somehow appeared. I looked all over the CHL. He played for Niagara. I couldn't find him. And another defenseman too, Tyson Jugnath, played for Portland last year. Could not find him, so hopefully maybe he just comes in. If they're not in the game, then unfortunately they're not in the game, and I can't use them. So I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to create players. I'm just going to use what EA gave us. Dragicevic, I added Hamill and Price. I added or edited Price's and Hamill's contracts because they were getting paid a little bit extra than they should have. And then Matt Murray's in the minors with Coco and Ostman. A couple players I did not add. Kim Sarinen, goaltender. He was a 24 draft pick. And did not add Jake O'Brien, Berkeley Catton, and Nathan Villanova, because those are 2024 or 2025 picks that they're going to play in the CHL this coming year. So they're going to play in the CHL in our mode. So that's just what we did. So let's start this up. This is just going to be a starting up mode, showing you guys everything. We'll get everything ready. So the next video, we're going to do simming. So there will be no simming in this episode. We're just going to get everything set up. So we're gonna, franchise mode, ban, because that's my name, Seattle. Division realignment, we're not gonna touch that. Owner mode, so I keep owner mode off because I like to have the budget, for coaches and scouts, because you can easily cheese that insanely hard if this is not on. I also like to, set the prices. I mean, I like to make money. I like to not only win championships, but I want to have a profitable franchise. Taking a team like Seattle and making them profitable and making them top 10 team in the league. That would be cool. I really won't show much of that because I know it's boring unless you guys want to see that stuff. I'll probably just be like, hey, this is what's happening. Da, 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 da. But, you know, I keep track of how much money we're making. So I think it's cool. Fantasy draft, no. Salary cap on. Firing off. I'm not dealing with that crap. Because if you have owner mode on, they give you goals. And I'm the general manager. Tough shit, owner, but I'm going to do what I want with the franchise. I will look at the owner goals. If he wants me to do something specific, I'll see if I can do it. If not, I'm not going to lose sleep over it. Head coach edit lines off. Fog of War off. I hate it. Play morale on. CPU trades on. And yeah, we're not touching the rest of that. Okay, so we're gonna go to rules and settings. Quick settings. Injuries are on. 20 minutes. Because once we jump into the simulation, jump into the games like for playoffs and everything, I like to have 20 minutes. You know, really let them play. Hands draft off. Authentic cap penalties on. Auto sign for agents. Auto save. I leave auto save on. I don't care. 25 years. I have no idea how long we're gonna do this, but maybe I want to go 25 years with this. Who knows? Maybe I get bored and only do 5 years. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Difficulty, superstar. That is the players, like when we're watching the computer versus computer. I like to put it on superstar. I've heard pro is good, but I personally just do superstar. Draft pick ownership authentic. Oh, that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't go through draft pick. I'm going to trust EA Sports that they have the correct draft picks. Salary cap on. Trade difficulty hard. Waivers on. Accept relocation off. That's all the fuck. Warcraft. Auto scouting. Both. I don't touch scouting. I hire my scouts and let them do what they want. You know, I set them to their region where they want to do, and I let the scouts do their thing. And if I don't like the job they're doing, I'll fire them. That's their job, unfortunately. My coach lines. No. I like to do fully healed. Minor league head coach. Minimal, because I do pay attention in the AHL, just not that much to the point where I'm editing lines like crazy. So let's just say yes. Fully healed too. Auto rotate goalies. So this is one thing. Some engine scoring, I keep it medium. Draft class quality, I keep it medium. I saw someone else try this. They put this on high to get better generated prospects. I want to see if that works. I've always left it on medium. I've never touched this. I don't want to go crazy with everything. We're gonna try it on high for this. I'm doing an offline mode with the Flyers just to like test and see how everything goes, but I put it on high for that one. We'll try high for this. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't touch that. Authentic, continuous OT, head coach. Yep. Okay. Yep, that's all the settings. We are good to go. I don't need to touch anything else. Keep salary cap on. Because some teams are over the cap, of course, already, and the season didn't even goddamn start. So, yeah. To be completely honest, I wanted to do Columbus. But I'm doing I was going to say live the life. I'm doing a pro mode. I'm live streaming that on Twitch. So, link in the description if you want to see that. You know, I was thinking about making that a YouTube series, but I was like, no. Like, there's just too much going on. It'd be very repetitive and honestly probably not as entertaining if I'm just doing videos of me doing the same crap all the time because it's just playing the games. So I'm live streaming that, and I ended up getting drafted by Columbus. I'm like, okay, so that would be pretty stupid if I got drafted by Columbus and then I do a franchise mode on YouTube for Columbus. So ended up going out west. Seattle's another team I was interested in doing, so I was like, all right, screw it, let's do Seattle. But so we're gonna go to what are we gonna check for? Oh, rosters, you idiot. We're gonna go to roster moves. Okay, so I like to have 13 forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so Stephen's 100% down. My worst players are 75 overall. Who do I have in the minors? Ben Myers. Call you up. And for now, we'll send down Nyman, maybe? Let's see what we got. Centers. Oh my god, we have a lot of centers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're gonna have to screw with the lines a bit. What was Nyman? Was Nyman a... Okay, he was a left winger. That's okay. So we'll screw with the lines, so we'll do it that way. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Perfect. So, defenseman, I like to have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I an idiot? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I am an idiot. That's okay with me. 1, 2. So, one thing that shocks me: how the hell is Matt Murray a higher rated than Grubauer? I'm sorry. Grubauer is better than Matt Murray. Grubauer's gonna be our backup. It's not gonna be Murray. Murray, stay in the AHL. Have fun, buddy. Yeah, we're gonna go to NHL lines. Oh, you know what? I also gotta check too before we do. Damn, shut up. We're just gonna do best lines for now. I want to check and see the AHL. Did they sometimes what they do? EA does is they add random players to the AHL squad. If I find an example. Okay, so there's Catton. Okay, good. You see he's in juniors. I'm cool with that. No, all these guys belong here. Jake O'Brien, okay, you see he's in juniors. He was our first round pick in 2025. And yeah, juniors. Julius Maitinen. Okay, so he's in juniors. So yeah, so who the hell is this guy? Who is this guy? Is he even in their system? Yeah. Okay, but Seattle just didn't sign him in real life. That's fine. That's fine. So like this guy, because EA's weird system of you only eligible for, let's just go to Jake O'Brien for a second. Where's Jake O'Brien? Oh, he signed. I won't be able to show it. But you see the 1 year, so Maiton and I have to sign next year. But if he was a 2025 pick, I would have the 2 years. It's very confusing. But you know what? I'm cool with him being on the squad. That's fine. We'll deal with it. Let's check out defensemen. Is there anyone here that doesn't belong here? Fleury. Blake Fiddler. Who are you? A 2025 second round pick. Okay. Okay, so you see with Fiddler, he's got 2 years. But with like other guys, like the European guys, they really don't have to sign until like 3-4 years sometimes. But they don't have that in the game for whatever reason, so it's always 2 years no matter what. So they just automatically put him on the squad, even though you get it. It's weird. 2024 third round pick. Will Reynolds, 2025 third round pick. Oh, he's playing for the Newfoundland team. Jake Fibiger, 2024 7th. Okay, so yeah, I'm still missing Jugnoth and Loshko. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so here's what I was kind of worried about. Kim Sarinen. I was hoping he wasn't going to be here. So now I have 4 goaltenders. Okay, so we're going to make a trade quick, just to make a trade. We're going to try and trade that other goalie, Ostman, I believe. I don't like more goalies than I need to have, so Ostman. We'll just do a trade, I don't care. Cool. Just swap 7ths, I don't care. That's fine. So we're gonna go back to edit lines. So before, we'll edit the NHL lines last. I just want to see what our AHL is looking like. So we have, okay. So, God, who the hell? Defense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. So we have 6 defensemen in the AHL, and we have 14 forwards. I like to have 15 forwards in the AHL, and I like to have, what's it called? 8 defensemen in the AHL, you know, for injury's sake. So we're gonna go to centers. How many centers do we have in the A? Oh my God, everyone's a center in the AHL. Well, O'Brien and Villanova don't count. Neither does Catton, but we're still loaded at centers. Right winger. So we need to sign 1 right winger. We have a lot of right D, so we're gonna sign 2 left D man. But I don't want to block guys out, so we're gonna sign a pretty bad guy and a pretty solid guy. No, because I don't want to block Price. We're gonna sign like 2 players worse than 68 overall. Because I don't want to block out Price. I want him to play. He has a medium top 4. What's it called? Potential. So we're gonna go to defense. We're gonna go right defense because if it's a left D man, they're automatically gonna go. So let me just find 2 guys to sign. Okay, so first guy we're gonna sign is Peter Granberg, right D, 2010 4th round pick by the Leafs, 33. You know, you want older players in there. More of like a veteran presence. I don't mind if we block out... Damn it. It brought me all the way back here. I don't mind if we block out Hamill. He doesn't have a good potential. Like, that's okay. It is what it is. Let's get someone really random. No, this guy looks like he messes people up. We'll sign you. Mira. You know what? I should sign somebody that I can pronounce their name. Yeah, I'm... Someone with a headshot, because I hate the knot. Krogdahl. Max Krogdahl. That's a cool name. We'll sign you. And we need a right winger. Boom, 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 boom. Someone pretty solid. Oliver Wahlstrom. None of these AHL guys. Alex Nylander. Maybe Alex Nylander. Oh my god. Brett Ritchie. Why not Brett Ritchie? Yeah, screw it. Let's sign Brett Ritchie. I don't care. That'd be pretty cool. Get Brett Ritchie in there. Okay. So now AHL is set. We're just going to double check rosters again. Make sure they weren't accidentally put in the NHL squad. They were not. Defense. Good. Goalies. Good. So we're just going to do best lines for the AHL. Yeah, Brett Ritchie first line. Yeah, hopefully Coachella Valley isn't absolutely terrible. They might be, honestly. Like, this is a weak squad. Weak squad. See, that's what I was worried about. Why is Granberg there? Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. So who are my scratches? Hamill. Medium 7th. I'm not too worried about you. Oh, that's Krogdahl. I'm not worried about you. Kim Sarinen. I mean, it is what it is. It'd be great if I didn't have... I should have just traded Matt Murray. Because I want... I should have done that. I want Coco to play majority of the games. Oh, that was stupid of me. I already did it. I can't go back. Leighton Road, you're medium Bob 6. I don't care. Oscar Fisker Molgard. Okay, that sucks. I want him to play. I'm not worried about Zeb. Oscar Fisker Molgard. Hopefully he gets into some games. Because I'm not going to... See, really? Avon is taking a spot. Are you kidding me? Dork. I'm not going to worry about chemistry down here. Just let them play, let them develop, and hopefully they do well enough. NHL, here is where we are going to get a little bananas. This team is so weird. Mason Marchment, you're considered a second line forward. I don't have to worry about your potential. Neither McCann, Gaudreau. Oh my god, this team is so weird. Matty Beniers. You are considered a second line forward with medium elite potential, so we're going to keep him on the second line, keep him where he should be. Capo Caco, we are going to try and get you on the third line, because you are considered a third line scorer with low elite potential. Shane Wright, you're considered third line. Jaden Schwartz is considered second line, so... How can I move? We can move Marchment here, we can move Stevenson here, Gaudreau down here. So if we go Stevenson... McCann, Marchment, okay. Eberle, Beniers, Schwartz. And you got Gaudreau, Wright, and Kako. Gaudreau doesn't play the left side, though. Does Eberle? No. You know, it is what it is. We're just going to have to keep him there. Maybe that'll be like a trade option to get a left winger for that side. What are you? You are a two-way forward, two-way power forward. I don't like that. Oh, Tolvanen. Oh, yeah, hell yeah, we're putting Tolvanen in there. Is he a sniper? Sniper two-way power forward. Okay. I mean, that'd be nice if one of them was a playmaker. Gaudreau is just going to have to play on the fourth line. I don't care. Ty Cartier, you're considered a fourth liner. Gaudreau. Third liner. That's fine. So Gaudreau, as of right now that I'm looking at it, is a trade piece unless we trade somebody in the top 9, which I don't see, to be honest. Defense, you idiot. So let me know if you guys are cool with those lines. We're going to go through chemistry. I will do that off screen because it's boring as hell and stupid. We'll see the difference. But for defense, Vince Dunn. Oh my god, -1. Who is the scratch? It's Mahura, right? And the scratch is Hayden. That's fine. Dunn, Montour, that's fine. Larson, Alexiak, that's fine. Actually, let me check their potentials. You're exact. Okay. So Riker Evans, we want to develop him. His potential is medium top 4. His role is top 6, though. He's a left or right D. Can't really do that. He can also play the right side. He can stay on the right side. That's fine. What if I do... What if I do you here, you there, and you there? Because what are you? Two-way defensive D-man. Defensive, defensive. Okay, I kind of like that, honestly. And then you got, what's it? Two-way, two-way. No offense? Really? Montour or Dunn are on offense? Okay. I like that more, because Riker Evans is now playing his more natural side. He'd rather play the left than the right D. He is a left-handed shot, so we'll keep him there. And he's with Adam Larson, who's a solid defensive D-man, which I'm cool with. So I am happy with that. Goalies is obvious. I don't usually touch power play and penalty kill. We're going to check out a couple other things. Captains and jerseys. Who are the captains? I really don't know. I'm assuming it's the real-life ones. Schwartz, Eberle, and Larson. That's okay with me. I don't have an issue with that. What else are we going to look at? Oh, coaching staff. So actually, I just remembered this like a day ago. Lane Lambert is the head coach. Like, that's weird to me. He's coached with the Islanders. Okay. I don't know why that's weird to me. Didn't they trash Bilesman after just a year? That's kind of crazy. Okay, I don't like that they're all generalists. So that's something we can address in the offseason. Usually I just go in and let the coaches do what they do, and if I don't like it, then I'll make changes. For the scouting staff, why do I have 2 WHO? Why do I have 2? What the hell? I have 2. What the? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. What the? That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Why do I have multiples of things? So I'm gonna change this guy to. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, there's a lot of little mic. Okay, let me clean this up a bit. All right, so I fired a couple of the duplicate scouts. I just offered a bunch of scouts contracts. We'll keep looking at things and making sure that's all good before we start advancing a couple days just to get all that done. Progress reports. We won't look at that now. Rosters injury report. Proposed view draft class. Sawyer, Stenberg, Belchets. Okay. Sucks so bad that Gavin McKenna's not here, but is what it is. It is what it is. View contracts. Are there any extensions I want to do right now? Mason Marchman, Jaden Schwartz, Tolvanen, Eberle, Myers. Is there any extensions that I need to know about? No, it doesn't look like it. Alexiak. Okay, those are all things we can deal with in the off season. It's not like a Shane Wright or something like that I need to worry about. Hire staff. Okay, so I mean, I'll just show you guys quickly what I do. Owner goals. I want to beat the Vancouver Canucks. Cool. I was looking at secondary goals. I want us to earn at least 87% of profit. I'm not paying attention to that. I want 20 sellouts. Cool. If it happens, it does. Beat the Canucks. That'd be cool. But again, these are nothing. Like, I'm not gonna go crazy over this. That's why I turned over mode off. Like, I'm not gonna focus on. I want to earn at least 80%, 87% of my profit. I want 20 sellouts. I want 85% concession fan happiness. Like, shut up. We're also a seller. Upgrade and maintain. Usually you just gotta do that. And then operations budget. I mean, if this type of stuff, if you guys are interested in, like, let me know. I'm pretty much on rails when it comes to this. I've been doing it ever since they introduced this. Whoa, our arena budget is very, very low compared to other teams. That is very, very low. Ooh, that's not good. Arena budget is such a pain in the ass. But yeah, like, I'm on rails pretty much when it comes to this stuff. Like, I know what I always set my numbers to. I pretty much keep them the same all the time. And then my set prices, I just put it to the recommended price, the minimum recommended price. You know, I'm not trying to overcharge people, but, you know, at the same time, we're a business and we need to make money. All right, so I ended up setting that up. Income statement, team ranking, sales. I'm not going to pay attention to promotions. Auto assign. That's all I do. Give it a quick little save before I screw something up. And yeah, so we're just going to advance a couple days. Don't care, I already looked at it. New conversation with Lane Lambert. I've seen by multiple people, don't do this crap, just do end conversation. But there we go. Salary cap, I know what the salary cap is, I'm not 5 years old. Yeah, we're just going to keep advancing a couple days because I offered Scouts contract like that one right there. 1, 2, 3. I should have had 6. 4. Come on. 5. 6. Okay. So we're just going to change these guys as region as need be. So Liga SHL. Okay, so one of these guys I'm going to have to change to the Dell. It doesn't matter. They're pretty much the same. Dell's more important, so we're going to change you to the Dell. Ba ba ba. You know what? I can just skip through this. Okay, so I changed everybody to where they should be. So you see I got pretty much one of everything. 20 scouts total. 1 Russian, 1 Liga, 1 SHL, Extra Liga, NLA, Dell, East, Central, West. 1 in each of the CHL leagues. 4 AHL scouts, 4 NHL scouts. So, and the highlighted blue is what I changed. Their regions too, because I had duplicates. So we're going to keep it at that. Now, we're going to give it another save. You know, it just terrifies me that my game's going to crash or something. I'm going to be doing that frequently. Okay, so we're going to go to calendar. I don't think I need to touch anything else. What we're going to do, though, we're going to sim to the first game, and then we're going to go to chemistry. Okay, then I'll do all the chemistry, all the conversations. We'll really look at lines, and then that'll pretty much be the video. I was just talking about trading Gaudreau, too. Oh, shit, actually. No, because I was thinking... Because I had Gaudreau on the third line and I wanted a left winger, so JVR would have been good on that left wing, but then I remembered we put Tolvin in there, so no, that's irrelevant to me. Shit, it would have been nice so to, you know, acquire some assets. No, we don't need to do that trade. We really don't. Would have been nice to do it, but no, we don't need to. Okay, so we're at the first day of the NHL regular season. Yeah, let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and have the conversations with every single one of these players, see if we can get them to, oh my god, what's it called? The scheme fit. Yeah, see if we can change that. So just to show you guys what the chemistry is now, we have a +2 on the first line. And we have a -1 on the D. Everything else is 0. So we're going to see if these conversations will boost that. Because, I mean, having a great chemistry can make this team disgusting. So I'm going to be honest, boys. That couldn't have gone any worse. Almost all of them said no. You can see on the right side, say, Chandler Stevenson, line fit on your right side. If it's all green, like Jaden Schwartz, that means like they were cool with it. They changed their scheme fit. Chandler Stevenson said no, McCann said no, Marshman said no, Eberle said no, Beniers said no, like Schwartz said yes. So because Schwartz said yes, we were able to get that +1. Tolvanen said no, Wright and Kako said yes, so I don't know why they don't have at least a +1. That's kind of annoying. Gaudreau we weren't going to be able to get to, because he's a third line forward, and if I told him to play on the fourth line, he'd be upset. Didn't get Myers, didn't get Cartier. I want to try one thing, though, because John Hayden said yes. Ah, you idiot. Okay, no, it does not give the plus. So we'll put Myers back in. Because he's just a better rating. Alright, if that gave the plus, I would have had John Hayden as a fourth line center, but no. And here, I'm an absolute idiot. So, Riker Evans said yes. But I accidentally pressed second line. Lindgren said yes. And I put him on the third line. So, we can either do... You know, we're going to do that. Because I want Riker Evans to really develop and become an absolute player and a half. So we're going to do that instead. So there are the lines. I did notice with the chemistry with the Flyers I'm doing offline. So last year I did Nashville offline. So if you're like, oh, I want to watch Nashville, I'm sorry. You can't. Much I noticed it was very, very easy to get very good chemistry. Like my first line was Willie Meklin, Fedor Svechkov, and Joachim Schimmel for about 10 years. And that was a +5. They were putting up anywhere between 90 and 100 points every year. They were disgusting. We won a couple cups with them. And then I do my Flyers. I have the perfect, not perfect. I mean, it's Couturier, Konechny, Michkov, but they're all like the green checks, and it was nothing more than a +2. So that was very concerning. So I don't know if they changed the chemistry, like didn't make it as strong as in years past, but I don't know. I don't know. So that could definitely hurt us. We want high chemistry. Um, so these players can click and play together and be absolute superstars. Yeah, I did all that. So, there isn't really much to do left in the video. Everything's set up. AHL's all set. Everyone's good to go. AHL hasn't played a game, correct? Yeah, they have not. They start the day after. So, we're 100% starting the sim, but I mean, if you guys are liking it so far, if you guys are happy I'm doing Seattle, let me know in the comments. Is there anything specific you guys want to see? Like, I did Washington last year offline, and my rule was Ovechkin is retiring at Capital. Like, is there any rules like that you guys want to implement? Like, Matty Beniers needs to retire at Kraken or something stupid like that, or you better not trade Joey Decord because he's a great guy and he helps out the community. Okay, like if there's anything like that I should know about the players or someone you want to see stay, you want to see this person win a cup with Seattle, I'll try my best to make it happen if I think it makes sense. And if I like your guys' comments, good enough to where I'll implement it, I'll put your comment in the next video, so you'll get a free shout out. And I'll take your ideas into consideration. But we'll see what's going on. I don't really have a plan. We're listed as a seller, so I'm gonna expect this team to be pretty bad. Again, in my offline Flyers mode, Seattle ended up being the third best team in the league with this exact same roster. So we all know EA Sports Sim is very, very weird. So, we're just going to see what happens. I'm going to go into the next video, assuming we're going to suck, assuming that we're going to have to be, acquiring pieces like draft picks and prospects for the future. But, we'll see what happens. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this. I do this strictly for fun, not for money. Obviously, I'm too small for that. So I only do this for fun. This is fun to me. This is my favorite game mode ever. If you guys like it, leave me a comment. Anything you guys want to see, leave me a comment. And again, if I like it, I'll shout you out in the next video with your comment on screen. And I mean, if you like the video, give it a like. I want other people to watch this. I want other people to see what I do. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what else to say other than, let's get cracking. Thanks for watching.